Hello and welcome to Game Rules. My name is Mark, and today I'm going to teach you how to play this little card game for 2 to 5 players called Sleeping Queens. In this game, your goal is to try to be the first to collect a certain number of queens or a certain number of points. In this video, I'm going to show you what you get out of the box and give you a thorough tutorial for how to play the game. Let's dive in and learn how to play. Out of the box, you will get an instruction booklet, a red deck, and a green deck. The queen deck is made up of 12 different queens, and each queen has a point value denoted in the top right corner. The goal of the game is to collect a certain number of points or a certain number of queens, depending on the player count. 3 of the queens have special abilities or effects. First, we have the cat and dog queen. A player cannot possess both the cat and the dog queen. If you already have one of them and you draw another, you must put the most recently drawn one back, face down, asleep. And we'll see how that works here after we get the game set up and rolling. Finally, we have the rose queen. If you awaken and draw the rose queen, you immediately get to draw another queen from the layout. And again, we'll see how that works here in a moment. The rest of the queens do not have any special effects or powers. To set up the game, shuffle the red deck and deal 5 cards from it to each player. And then give the green queen deck a little shuffle and lay out all of the cards like so. The layout of the queens is determined by how much space you have on your playing table. So for this video, the layout is a little different than what's in the instruction booklet, but it really doesn't matter as long as all queens are out in a grid and they are all accessible by each of the players. To start, a player, whoever you deem to go first, will play 1 or potentially more cards from their hand. So to understand what a turn is going to look like, first, let's do an overview of the different power cards in the deck, and then what you might do with these number cards. On your turn, you're going to be able to do one of the following. First, you could play a king card to the discard pile. Playing a king allows you to wake up a queen, selecting it from the layout. Or you could play a knight card. When you play a knight card, you are able to steal a queen from an opponent. If a player plays a knight card and tries to steal a queen, whoever they are trying to steal a queen from can immediately play a dragon card, if they have one. When a dragon card is played, no queen is stolen. The knight and the dragon card are both in the discard pile. On your turn, a player could play a potion. A potion forces an opponent to put one of their queens back to sleep in the layout. However, the player who is being forced to put a queen back can block that card with the magic wand. These cards, the magic wand and the dragon, must be played immediately by the player who is being affected. If they forget that they have the dragon or the wand, and the action card resolves, you cannot play this card later. There is no second chance. You either do it immediately or you miss your opportunity. And finally, we have the Jester card. If a Jester card is played to the discard pile, the top card from the draw pile is flipped over. If it is any of the power cards, including kings, knights, dragons, potions, wands, or another Jester, you add that card to your hand and you take another turn. If it's a number card, starting with you and then continuing left around the table, you count the number of players equal to the number on the card. The last player counted gets to awaken and keep a queen from the center. So the Jester card can really spice up the game. If you play a single number card to the discard pile, you draw a single card and add it to your hand. If you wish, you may play a pair of matching number cards to the discard pile, and that allows you to draw 2 cards and add them to your hand. Also, you may play 3 or more cards that form an addition equation. And you must announce the addition equation before you play these cards. For example, I could play 1 plus 8 equals 9. So I get to play all 3 cards to the discard pile and draw 3 more, adding them to my hand. Another example of that would be this 4-card equation. 5 plus 4 plus 1 is 10. I would then get to draw 4 cards and add them to my hand. All right, now after that brief introduction to the different power cards and what you do on your turn, let's get back to gameplay. Okay, let's go ahead and start with our player here at the bottom of the screen. They'll go first and they're going to begin the discard pile. And I think they're going to go ahead and start off with their Jester. We're going to make things wild here right at the beginning. So we reveal the next card. It's a number card. Starting with them, we'll count around the table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This player gets to immediately wake up a queen and add it to their collection. So they'll choose this one. They got the Moon Queen, which is worth 10 points. So they add that to their collection. For this 3-player game, the first person to either get 50 points worth of queens or 5 individual queen cards will win the game. As soon as that is accomplished, the game ends. To end a player's turn, they must draw cards back up to 5. So they will draw a single card. Our player here on the left side of the screen now goes. And they are going to go ahead and play a knight to steal the Moon Queen. Our player with the Moon Queen does not have a dragon to block that knight, so they cannot block the steal. Now player 2 has the Moon Queen, and they end their turn by drawing back up to 5. Player 3 now goes, and they're going to get a little revenge by playing the Sleeping Potion to put that Moon Queen back to sleep. But player 2 has the wand, and they block the Sleeping Potion. So that ends player 3's turn. They draw back up to 5. Ooh, they have enough to make an equation to get more cards into their hand, so that's pretty good. As far as the other player, though, because they played 1 card from their hand, they're down to 4. The rules simply state, at the end of the turn, draw cards back up to 5. It does not say which player or any specific player. It just says, don't forget to draw back up to 5. So I read those rules as if both players will draw back up to 5. So our player here at the bottom of the screen then goes next. They have the Chess King. They're going to play that, and they're going to pick a queen. They got the Sunflower Queen. They draw back up to 5, and that ends their turn. Player 2 is going to go now, and they do not have any matches or an equation, so they're going to go ahead and play 1 card, a 9, which allows them to draw 1 card. Got another dragon. And they have 5 cards. That ends their turn. The next player goes. They are going to go ahead and play this equation. So they're going to play 1 plus 2 equals 3. They draw 3 cards. Oop. Okay. And that ends their turn. And we're back down here to player 1. And they're going to play the Jester again. Add a little chaos to the game. So we reveal the next card. It's a knight. So they get to add that card to their hand. Make sure everyone sees it. They can't just believe that you drew a power card. And they get to take another turn. So they are going to use that opportunity to play the Hat King and wake up a queen. And they got the Ladybug King. They got the Ladybug Queen. So they are now at a 20-point total. They draw to get back up to 5. That ends their turn. Our player over here goes. They can't do anything except play their 2 and draw another card. Got a 7. Ah, that was an equation they could have had. That ends their turn. Now our player over here goes, and they're still a little sour about their queen being stolen. So they're going to sleeping potion that queen. We don't have any wands to block. The moon queen is put here. Now, at this point, anybody paying attention will know that the moon queen worth 10 points is right here. So there is a bit of a memory element to this game. They draw back up to 5 and play passes. This player is going to simply play their 10 and draw a card. Sleeping potion. That ends their turn. Player is going to play their 7 and hope for something fun. They got a 9. Over here, we're going to play the Cookie King, and they'll try their luck. They got the Peacock Queen for 10 points. Our players, so we got 10, 20. They're going to go ahead and play a Knight to take their Peacock Queen. They can't block it. They draw back up to 5. Ooh, the Tie-Dye King. This player again will just hope for something fun here. Nope. Ah, and they could have had another equation if luck was more on their side. All right, this player is going to go ahead and play this Fire King. They're going to draw this queen. They got the Starfish Queen, only worth 5 points. A bummer. Oh, and they need to draw. I must have forgotten to draw at some point. They are back up to 5 here. All right, player at the bottom of the screen is going to go. And they're going to go ahead and play the Tie-Dye King and wake up a queen. The Heart Queen is worth 20 points. So now we have 20, 30, 40, and 50. Our first player here at the bottom of the screen has just won the game. And that's how to play Sleeping Queens. If you have any questions about this game, or if you have a game you would like to see a tutorial for, be sure to let me know down in the comments. I've got a playlist of other card games for you right here if you'd like to dive in and check those out. And if you would like to read the rules in writing for this game, as well as many other games, you can head over to GameRules.com. I have a link down in the description. If you found this video helpful, the best thing you can do is subscribe, ring the bell, give this video a thumbs up, and of course, leave a comment down below. All those things really help me out. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, keep on playing.